Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Typically, I'm a big fan of Nintendo, but I also like to bring information to you as impartial and unbiased as possible. And what's going on right now behind the scenes with Nintendo and new information that's come to light with the investors has me extremely concerned, and you should be too. Smash JT. It's not all mushrooms and fire flowers for our Italian plumber over at the head of Nintendo. When they announced the Pokemon Go coming to the Switch, the stock price rocketed, shot straight up in what seemed to be an overnight period. After that Pokemon hype has subsided now though, the stock has actually dropped below to what it was before they even announced the Pokemon Let's Go series for the Switch. Initially, it was reported that Nintendo's share value was sinking because the quality of life initiative had been scrapped after Panasonic decided to part ways with Nintendo on the project. But that didn't really add up for me because I really didn't see too much potential in the quality of life project itself. And after a second day had passed, the stock continues to drop, and people are starting to wonder why. This 2-day drop for Nintendo is the biggest drop the stock has experienced in 18 months. What's coming to light now is the truth behind why the stock is dropping, and it has me extremely concerned. According to Bloomberg, analysts have been getting dozens of inquiries from hedge funds and investors who are struggling to understand why the stock is being offloaded in such high volumes. And while there's generally no silver bullet to why a stock is deciding to drop in the stock market, it could be related to a number of things nobody is talking about. The most important thing to recognize here is the obvious path in front of Nintendo and the hurdles they're going to need to overcome. First off, what's their game outlook going to be like outside of Pokemon Go for the Switch and the Smash Brothers? When is Metroid going to be coming out, and do they have any other surprises for us? Because as it stands right now, the game release schedule for 2018 is extremely slim. Now that's not the biggest deal in the world because they do have some major heavy hitters that will bring in loads of cash and will be system sellers for the Nintendo Switch. But the bigger concern, something that nobody was really talking about up until right now, is what's going on with the Nintendo Online service. The internet infrastructure for multiplayer competitive field games on the Nintendo Switch has me extremely concerned. After playing the Mario Tennis Aces Tour and having a lot of lag in those matches, playing some online Street Fighter 2 and having a ton of lag in those matches, I started to investigate as to why this is happening, and it turns out that Nintendo has not invested enough money into their online infrastructure to make it work as good as Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. They're gigantic competitors in this online infrastructure. Amir Anvarzadeh, a senior strategist at Asymmetric Advisors in Singapore, told Bloomberg the market is probably selling shares ahead of E3 because people are concerned Nintendo doesn't have a pipeline that will wow investors to a point where analysts will have to raise earning targets again. The other question is whether their network infrastructure is really ready to cater to online gaming. They're years and years behind on the network business. That doesn't mean they can't catch up, but Sony spent billions on fortifying the PlayStation Network expansion. Years and years. Let that sink in for just a minute. How long has Nintendo had to catch up to Sony and Microsoft in the online competitive multiplayer environment? And here we are in 2018 looking at Nintendo saying, well, maybe we'll get some NES games that can play multiplayer with each other. Can we please, for all that is holy, Nintendo, put some money into the online infrastructure so that people can play multiplayer games without lag. For instance, I would have a match in Mario Tennis where I'd have perfect connection and they'd pair me with someone with a terrible connection. The bare minimum basics of online internet connectivity in this day and age, I would expect Nintendo to at least know to pair someone who has a good internet connection with someone else who has a good internet connection. And not being able to do that in Mario Tennis and the online tour, that's some pretty scary foreshadowing, and I think the investors picked up on that over the weekend. The stock is continuing to fall now 3 days in a row, while Nintendo has been more than silent as to the going-ons behind the scenes with the online Nintendo network that will be coming in fall of 2018. And why you should care about this is because it's going to be impacting your gaming experience. If Nintendo is not putting the resources in the right area to fortify their online network, the games that we play online are going to lag like hell, and it's gonna suck for everybody. As long as you have a solid network connection, you should be playing a lag-free game, and that's something that I was not experiencing on any of the online games that I've played so far on my Nintendo Switch. Now, maybe Nintendo has some gigantic surprises for us they plan on implementing once they do actually debut the Nintendo Online service. Maybe they'll open up a whole lot more servers that will make it work so much more seamlessly, but as it stands right now, if they don't have anything planned down the road, there are going to be some major hurdles for Nintendo to overcome with this online service. They better fix something before Smash Brothers comes out, or else this is going to be a catastrophe. I don't foresee Nintendo fixing it as much as I think they should have. They've had all the time in the world to do this. They got all the money in the world from the Switch sales, and I don't really see them putting much money into the infrastructure as of this moment. But maybe that'll change in the future, like I said. Who knows? Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the Nintendo Online service. Now, I know it's not going to be that expensive. 20 bucks a year. It's pocket change for a lot of gamers. That's not the biggest deal in the world. A part of me just wish they charged more for the online service and put that money into making it a better infrastructure. But maybe that's just crazy talk. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there on the table to open this up for discussion. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.